Happy 4th of July to our American family. In this episode, I'm going to drive deeper into episode 941 that identified the graph as a potential entry. I took that entry 2 days ago and within 24 hours turned nearly 30%. But don't forget, the graph was one of the greatest losers over the past 7 days. That was the chart. I'll talk about a range of things that could really help you on your trading and investing journey. Stay tuned, it's going to be a lot of fun. Just a few days ago, in episode 941, we looked through some interesting crypto opportunities, and one of those was the graph. It was one of the greatest losers in the top 100 over the past 7 days. It had a really interesting pattern, and I thought, wow, that should deserve putting some money in. So what did I do? On the 2nd, I put in $1,000 and I took out $1,296 just a day later. This created a return of in excess of 29%. But the interesting thing here is that the price was coming down. This was one of the greatest losers. And this is what we do inside the masterclass. We apply Rule 621, buy on red, sell on green, or BORSOG. Pattern recognition is such an important skill to learn and to apply. The reason I'm sharing this trade, I want to explain that when price goes negative, when price goes red, you're getting on the right side of the percentage, but you must know what you're doing. Also, a few people reached out to me and said, Ken, can you help me? Because often I'm going into a trade and the trade moves against me. I'm not sure how to get out of it, how to scale out. Or should I take profits? Or what happens if the bull run is here? What do I do? Is it better to take marginal profits as I go? Or just hold on for dear life? In this particular trade, the graph, I actually set a profit target and it just reached that target. I was happy with that return. There's many things to unpack, but in Zone 1 and Zone 2, people want certainty. And what is Zone 1 and Zone 2 about? Unfortunately, losing money. What is Zone 3 and Zone 4 about? It's about making and keeping your money. How do you know what zone you're actually in? If you feel that you have an addiction to certainty, if you feel like you're riding an emotional roller coaster, you're inside Zone 1 and Zone 2. And this is not a bad thing because all traders and investors progress through these particular zones. Only, unfortunately, a minority get to Zone 4, but Zone 4 you can get to any time. I've been inside financial markets for more than 30 years, and one of the things that you will see experienced people talk about all the time, it's all about probability, it's about rules, it's about having a strategy, it's about skill. Very experienced people don't care about certainty, they care about stacking probability. One of the fastest ways to get to Zone 3 and Zone 4, because remember, if you're inside Zone 1 and Zone 2, you're not only losing money, but you're losing your peace of mind. Focusing on positive excellence is the way to go. Inside Zone 1 and Zone 2, people do not have positive excellence. They've got, unfortunately, a lot of laziness. They think that the market is there for them. They think it's a red carpet. Unfortunately, this is not the case. And we all go through these phases, so it's not unusual to feel that way. But you don't want to stay there. And one of the things that I've always seen, I can identify someone very easily as to what zone they're in. If they blame, they're definitely losing money. Also, a very negative attitude is not one conducive to attracting financial abundance. I would prefer to be hardcore on this channel. After being in financial markets for so many years, people need to know what the facts are. People inside Zone 3 and Zone 4 are quite easy to spot as well. They focus on learning. There are many things that we need to be aware of. The first is, what zone are you in? Are you in Zone 1, the panic zone? Zone 2, the blame zone? Zone 2, the blame zone, is the disempowerment zone. If you're looking outside yourself and blaming others for your situation, you're inside zone 2. And that's a really scary place to be because others are holding your future in their hands. We don't like that, so in zone 3 and zone 4, we hold our own future in our own hands. The markets pay you on synchronization. How do you get paid? There's a lot of people who say, oh, you're in a climactic battle against other people. If you win, they lose. That's a very old-fashioned way of looking at the markets, and it's not true either. You're paid when you're synchronized, and you pay when you're desynchronized. How do you get paid? You must have your foundations. Just think about it like anything that you're good at. In this world, you have your foundations. Same is true for financial markets. What is another foundation that you need? You need to understand how all the markets work together, how one market will impact another. That's really, really important stuff. What I showed you with the graph is literally the enhancing pattern recognition section of the masterclass, finding the market's focus. And you notice the focus was negative, but when we look inside the market, we can see specific patterns that give us a turnaround probability. Zone 3 and Zone 4 have so many rules. Rule 109, enhance pattern recognition. Rule 28, opportunities reset daily. Rule 32, find the market's focus. And there's so many more rules than that. Before you buy or sell, you must master emotional control. And what rule is that? 734. Because Rule 733, professionals are not emotional. Unfortunately, inside Zone 1 and Zone 2, the panic and the blame zone, people get very, very emotional. That emotion turns off your higher brain function. What does that mean? You can't make good decisions, so therefore people take very reactive decisions. What are reactive decisions? They're desynchronizing decisions. What does that do to your portfolio? It can wipe it out. There's so many ways to buy and sell, but you must do that after all of these steps. Unfortunately, inside Zone 1 and Zone 2, people are told that they can just go into the market with 2 minutes a day and make $1 million. It's just rubbish. Please disconnect from that kind of thinking. It's just not real. If you find this kind of video helpful, I'd be very interested to hear your comments. I can do deeper dives into the psychology and also how you position yourself in and out of trades, if that's something that's helpful to you. If it is, let me know in the comments. I'd like to thank Oscar for his very kind generosity for offering a CTKS partial masterclass scholarship. If you'd like to know more about that, the links are in the description of this video. Have a great day or night ahead, my friends, and Kate and I look forward to catching up with you again tomorrow. Bye for now.